Really knows who this groundhog really is. But taking up more and more of our time, this groundhog. Anyway, everybody, welcome, and please share with your friends and family. Please let them know that we are here to help you. Please take out your thumb, your finger, share it to your friend's timeline, your timeline, in Messenger, however you know how to do it. Oh, wow, we have a new little share thing. That's a new one with all our little happy faces going by. So please share this with your friends and family. Let's see if we can get to 200 viewers today. We'll see what we can do. And the telephone number to join our show, our lines are open right now, 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-LAW-LINK, 1-800-529-5465. And a hello to the entire Brad squad. We have a lot of people who are saying hello to each other. And hello to me and hello to each other. And I can't go through everybody. We have way too much to go through right now. I was about to say hello to people, but then I said, you know what? I say hello to them every day. What else is happening? We, last night, we have, well, we're not ready to, we're going to give the name of our show tomorrow. We're tweaking it a little bit, but we don't have the bug yet. I'll make the big announcement tomorrow. Right now, it's the Brad Show. We'll see what the show's called tomorrow. As far as what else is happening to the people in the Dominican Republic and the Dominicans around the world, today is Dominican Independence Day. So happy Dominican Independence Day to not only all our Dominican friends, but also Anna Azcona, our Miami correspondent, who will be celebrating Dominican Independence Day today at American Airlines Arena down at the Miami Heat game. She was invited by the Miami Heat, and she will be out on the floor doing something in regards to Dominican Independence Day. She will be filming it, and for the Brad show, there is, I don't know if that's Anna. I can't see without my glasses. That is Anna. She'll be filming it for the Brad show, and we will be showing what she did at American Airlines Arena tomorrow. So please watch. And right now it is Dominican Independence Day, and happy Dominican Independence Day to everybody. History of Dominican Republic. I have it right here on this card because I wanted to know. The Dominican Republic experienced an unstable history of occupation by Spain, France, and Haiti until February 27th, 1844, when the Dominican Republic's independence as a sovereign state was established with a cannon shot from Puerto del Conde in Santo Domingo and the rise of the Dominican blue, red, and white flag. So happy Dominican Independence Day. On some sadder news, where we don't have as much independence as here in the United States of America. The Supreme Court came down with a ruling today against immigrants. The ruling is that they said that in the Immigration and Nationality Act, there is nothing in the Immigration and Nationality Act as written by the Congress that says that if you are being held without an immigrant and you're being held for deportation, that you have a right to bail. There is nothing in there. The Ninth Circuit came out and said that in the Immigration and Nationality Act, it's presumed that if you cannot deport somebody within 6 months, that they have a right to a bail redetermination. They have a right to have a review of their custody and be released, since immigration is not a criminal offense, it's a civil offense. And the Supreme Court said that at least in the Immigration and Nationality Act, you have no right to bail. So as of now, as of today, people who are being held by immigration may or may not receive bail, and they certainly will not get any sort of custody determination after 6 months. We have lots of clients who in the past have been held for more than 6 months. We did what's called habeas corpus petitions. The habeas corpus petition is Latin for bring the prisoner forward, and said it is unconstitutional under the Immigration and Nationality Act to hold them for more than 6 months. The Ninth Circuit in California said that is the case. The Supreme Court says no. Now, that's not the end of it, because what the Supreme Court really said was the only issue before us is whether the Congress wrote in the immigration laws that there is a right to a custody redetermination if you're not going to be deported, if you're going to be held for more than 6 months. The Ninth Circuit in California said there is. The Supreme Court said there's nothing written, there's no law, there's no sentence, there's no clause that we see that says that Congress wrote after 6 months somebody can determine whether or not, the immigration can determine whether or not this person's going to be removable, and if he's not removable, we'll release him. That's not in the law. So what they said was, we're going to send it back to the Ninth Circuit and let the Ninth Circuit decide if it is part of the Constitution of the United States of America, whether or not the Constitution says it is unconstitutional to hold somebody indefinitely. I will tell you what the Ninth Circuit will say. The Ninth Circuit will say it is absolutely unconstitutional to hold somebody, and we're going to have this same decision back before the Supreme Court in 1 year from now. So what has the Supreme Court of the United States done? Basically, for 1 year, they basically have said, well, if you're in custody for more than 6 months and government hasn't deported you, guess what? You're going to sit in custody, because they would not decide the issue of the constitutional issue. Now, in a dissenting opinion, Justice Stephen Breyer said that's ridiculous. The case is before us. We should be able to decide anything before us, including whether this is constitutional or not. And he wrote, no one can claim, nor since the time of slavery has anyone, to my knowledge, successfully claimed that persons held within the United States are totally without constitutional protection. So Justice Breyer said, yeah, you know what? Maybe it doesn't explicitly say it in the Immigration and Nationality Act, but we have a Constitution, and the Constitution says that nobody should be able to be held without bail, sit in jail forever without any criminal charges brought against them. Remember, immigration is civil forever. You should have a right to some sort of determination whether or not you should be held in jail, you're going to be deported, or you should be let out. And the Supreme Court, which is now very conservative because Trump has appointed the replacement to Antonio Scalia, they sent it back to the Ninth Circuit. I'm telling you, this is all going to be back before the Supreme Court in 9 months. The only thing it does is prolong the suffering of people who should have a redetermination and have it. They're all now going to sit in jail, unfortunately. So that is the case. What else is on here? Yeah, that's it. I basically said it all. What else? 1-800-529-5465, 1-800-529-5465. Please share this with your friends and family. What else is happening? We watched a wife. It's been all over the internet today. We watched a wife helplessly film her husband being arrested by ICE agents when they ambushed him while he was doing lawn work in his yard in California. They arrested this guy, Armando Ponce, while he was peacefully doing yard work in his Napa Valley home. Here's the video. His wife and daughter watched helplessly and videotaped it. The arrest came as ICE was sweeping through Northern California. Armando's wife, Helena, said that more than half a dozen ICE agents swarmed their home, where they found her husband, Armando, working in their yard. And after quickly confirming his identity, the agents arrested him and took him away without an incident. Armando's daughter, Isabella, who was born in the United States, says her father's arrest only motivates her now to make the most of her American citizenship. She says, it's kind of the reason why I want to go to college, and I kind of want to do everything for him because I have this opportunity. I am a U.S. citizen and have all this stuff, and I shouldn't take it for granted, and that is for sure. So I don't know what Armando Ponce, what happened to him. This all happened on Sunday. And this came shortly after the Oakland mayor of California, right before it happened. It happened right before the Oakland mayor, Libby Schaaf, posted a direct warning on her Facebook page telling local immigrant communities to expect a sweep by federal authorities. And on Sunday, at least 11 people were picked up by ICE. We don't know what happened to Armando. We don't know what his situation is with his deportation. If anybody does know Armando and he wants our help, tell him to contact us. 1-800-529-54, and by the way, that's the video of Armando getting arrested. 1-800-529-5465. What else is happening in the news as we wait to answer your immigration questions? American was arrested for joining ISIS. Yeah, that would get you arrested if you join ISIS. 20-year-old American Bernard Augustine from California. He was arrested in Tunisia on his way to Libya. There he is. He was trying to join ISIS. He is now in federal detention in Brooklyn. So here is a rule for people: don't join ISIS. And finally, Jared Kushner. We don't know what he did wrong, but he had his top secret intelligence clearances taken away. For those who don't know, Jared Kushner is President Trump's son-in-law. He married Ivanka. And the son-in-law, he had his security clearance downgraded, a move that's going to prevent him from viewing many of the sensitive documents to which he once had unfettered, I see this word here on my card, unfettered access. And apparently, this would lead people to believe, many people, many pundits, I'm not a pundit, I'm just a person, but many pundits that I read from, leads people to believe that he may be more involved in this Russian investigation than has been let out so far. Because why has he had his security credentials taken away? How did he, without any computer experience, lead the entire Facebook campaign for Donald Trump that targeted Americans who were on the fence of voting for Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton, and put together an entire team? How do you do all that in 4 months without any computer and Facebook background? Did he get help from some people? We'll find out. That's what I think. 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-529-5465. Please share this with your friends. Please share this. Stacey Ann Hodge giving the poop emoji about the administration. Tamika Nelson sharing. Stacey Ann Hodge, he didn't pass his background check because he's somehow involved in this Russian scandal. That's what the belief is. And the belief is that if you go back and read what Kushner did, was that he was in charge of the online social media team that Trump put together to target individual people who may have been Trump supporters. This also is kind of strange because the Russians were also accused of targeting Trump supporters. And not any Russians, it was the Russian government doing it. Our enemy, our country that we have nuclear weapons pointed at for the last 50 years, that we had a Cold War with. And they had targeted Trump supporters as well. How did Kushner and the Russians work together? Nobody knows. Maybe they didn't, maybe they did. All we know is he can't get security clearance now, and there's an independent prosecutor who's investigating all of this. So we'll figure it out. I just think where there is smoke, there is fire. But this is not the Russian investigation show. This is the Brad Show Live.